You set a new goal, you start a new habit, and a few weeks later, it's gone. Now this feels like a personal failure, but it's not. It's a bug in your personal operating system, one that needs a patch. And no, you can't just turn yourself off and on again. Let's get into the code.
To fix any bug, you first have to understand the architecture. So let's look at the underlying system for every single habit you have, whether it's good or bad. You see, every habit runs on this same four-step feedback loop. First, there's the cue. That's the trigger. That leads to a craving, which is the motivation. Then comes the response, the habit itself. And finally, the reward. That's the signal that tells your brain to run the program again. It's an automated process designed to free up your mental bandwidth for more important decisions, like what to binge watch next. So how do we use this system to install new habits? We start with Protocol 1, habit stacking. The logic is simple. You're going to link a new behavior to one that's already running on autopilot.
This formula is your command line. After my current habit, I will execute my new habit. It's precise. It replaces vague intentions with a clear trigger, using a reliable existing behavior as the launchpad for a new one. Here's how that looks in practice. After I pour my morning coffee, I will meditate for 1 minute. The coffee is the cue. After I take off my work shoes, I will immediately change into my workout clothes. You chain these actions together, and soon enough, you might accidentally become one of those productive morning people from the internet.
All right, next up is Protocol 2, temptation bundling. This one is designed to make necessary but less than exciting habits more attractive. The method is to pair something you need to do with something you genuinely want to do.
This strategy is based on a well-known psychological principle. Essentially, you're using a high-probability behavior, something you enjoy, to pull you through a low-probability one. Think of it as dangling a very effective carrot in front of your own brain.
So, the rule becomes, you can check the news, but only after you've done your gratitude practice. You can check sports scores, but only after you've made those client calls. It's a remarkably effective way to direct your own behavior. Because, let's be honest, the human brain is surprisingly easy to manipulate.
Now, these protocols are powerful tactics, but for long-term, permanent change, we have to go deeper than just patching the software. It's time to upgrade the entire operating system. It's time to talk about identity. Think about it like this. The true goal isn't just to run. It's to become a runner. The focus isn't the outcome, it's the identity, because real, lasting change is identity change. And the process is actually very straightforward. Step 1, decide the type of person you want to be. Step 2, prove it to yourself with small wins. Every action you take is like casting a vote for that new identity, and that is far more powerful than just updating your social media bio.
We've covered the system architecture. Now it's time to execute. The only way to begin is with one small, immediate, and deliberate action. So here's your first command. Within the next 24 hours, I want you to design and execute one simple habit stack. For example, when I close my laptop for lunch, I will do 10 push-ups. That's it. One small win. One vote cast for your new identity.
I turn this into a clean PDF and action worksheet. The link is in the description or pinned comment. If this helped you, hit like, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more. Comment, what's the next step you'll take in the next 24 hours? I'll leave you with this question. It's not just about the habit, it's about the proof. So what is one small win you can achieve tomorrow to start proving your new identity?